Hey, this is Rockman. Welcome back to more Late Night GTA 3. The goal for tonight's stream will be to explode 2,000 cars for a trophy. Right now we're at 354. I have no idea how long this will take. At the end of the previous stream, I was able to steal a tank from the army and get it to the emergency vehicle crane, which means I now have access to a tank anytime I want for free. My plan as of this point is to take this tank, drive it to my base on Staunton, and try to drive around the block there. Now, this is going to be very boring and grindy, so again, we are going to turn to some music by my friend DK. Hey, this is Rockman. All of the music you will hear in this stream was made by my friend Decreft. His music is available on his Bandcamp page for Name Your Price. Google DKREFFT Bandcamp or follow the link. Decreft has authorized me through verbal agreement to play this music during my streams, both during the live broadcast and for the associated VOD recordings. So once again, we'll start out with the random playlist. And once Doom gets here, he can tell me how the volume is. Stream looks good and sounds good for now to me. Hey Doom, how's the volume? Alright, so what do we want to talk about tonight? I have not watched Mortal Kombat Annihilation yet. Alright, so let's see here. It's about 5 minutes into the start of the stream, and I currently have 354 cars exploded, so I don't know, after 10 minutes, maybe I'll see how much, 5.5 minutes into the stream. I'll see how many cars we've exploded. Yeah, let's talk about Manifest.
I was like, I saw a peacock, and that guy was like, shut the fuck up. There's no such thing as peacocks. That streaming service sucks. And she's like, don't you talk to my son like that. And he's like, screw you, you left me, dad died. If you've had too much lines, then you can't make analogies or count P-wings. That's how it works. I was lurking in Cobra's stream because I had Blake up, who was playing Zelda 2 and stuff. So I guess Cobra got to that final level, but then when he went to go farm bolts, it kicked him out to Wily 1 or something. Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't resolved. And when the hell is What's-Her-Face gonna admit that she killed the Major? You keep dragging that out, like, just fucking say it. This song on DK's Bandcamp was one of the things that came up when I googled Rockman Respect. Is that my tank that was smoking? I'm gonna be careful of that. Dr. Light is on Manifest now. Alright, it's been 5 minutes.
What do you want me to do? Melt some cheese for you?
4:15.
call. You tell him to call me.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Cheese for you. Cheese for you.
Think that sounds. That's totally spooky, right? That's terrible.
What do you want me to do? 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 Cheese. Cheese.
That's a lot of time listening to DK music.
Make me a god.
Excuse me. It looks like there's no more new episodes of Fast Foodies. It seems like there was 10 episodes and that's it. It's not on anymore. Yeah, you said that the Andy Richter one apparently aired early for you. Okay then, this is a problem. It's gonna take a lot longer than 2.5 hours if shit like that happens. Now I gotta go get another tank. But I think somewhere on Discord I posted a link to like where you can watch all those episodes online, so you can see if you're missing one or whatever, if they mistakenly didn't air one for you or not. I don't know. So note to self, tanks can flip over easily. When you hit something, it bounces like crazy in this game. Yeah, that was crazy that I lived. When Blake was streaming Zelda 2 earlier, there was at least one or two other people who were fans of Star Trek, so Blake was like, let's do some Star Trek The Next Generation trivia, so we just started asking each other trivia questions about Star Trek. Obviously really fun for me and Fish and Ratmus and Blake and some other people. Unfortunately, I can't do that with you, Doom, but you know, we could do some Lost or Prison Break trivia, except who cares? Or 24, not that I remember. 24 is a show that I saw when it was originally on, and I've never rewatched it, and I would love to do a 24 rewatch someday, but it's just like, it's such a huge show. Haven't got around to that. Yeah. I've rewatched Lost at least once, but it's been a while too. Code Doom. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stream's dropping frames. Okay, I dropped 43 frames. Hopefully it was just a fluke. Cars exploded 500 with 25%. 25% slippy. It's definitely getting slippy in the rain over here. I think the radio said suspect in a black tank. Isn't this green? What are you doing, you fucking Beavers fans? I think my door is broken off, so I'm gonna have to go heal this tank because the cops could bust me now thanks to those fucking Beavers fans. more effective at busting me than the cops were. Other than those burgers today, I haven't had any interesting food lately, so... Sadly, no. If it was a song about Steffi playing Surgeon Simulator, then it would be about knocking a telephone off the desk. Oh, I think I saw that message. I remember the Red Lobster biscuits. I had a frozen meal late last night, and I think that frozen meal was actually steak tips and noodles from it was a Boston Market brand frozen meal. Tasted fine, but it wasn't exactly filling. Oh, and my door's already blown off again. Now I'm bouncing all over the fucking place. Holy shit, dude. Like, I know I want to blow up cars, but calm down. That was crazy earlier how I found Chirpazar's LinkedIn profile. If I look, Doom, do you have a LinkedIn profile? I don't think I ever made one. I'm stuck. I can't get out and I can't get into a vehicle. There we go. Yes, Ravenous broke the game. Blame Ratmus. So I think I mentioned that there was a video on YouTube where it's like teens react, try Arby's food for the first time. They all loved the chocolate shake and gave it like a 10 out of 10. So the highest rated thing was the chocolate shake. I think second to that was the curly fries. Holy fucking shit! Okay, I didn't save there, did I? Damn it. Fuck, I'm gonna have to get another tank. Obviously. The highest rated meat sandwich that wasn't a chocolate shake or curly fries was, I can't remember the name of I can't remember the name of it, hey Doom Troopa, but it's their like big, crazy, like meat tornado sandwich where it's like a giant, humongous sandwich that can't even fit in your mouth. It's got like chicken tenders and like 6 different types of meat on it. It's called like the meat stack or something. And like I think they rated that pretty high just like out of the sheer audacity of it or something. And yeah, I like in the past few years I had some good things at Arby's, so I was like, yeah, Arby's is kind of okay. They're not bad like everyone says. And then the last time we went there, I had a couple sandwiches and they were just so horrible they made me fucking sick. So I guess I'll have to rethink that. And how's it going, Doom Troopa? That's, well, I think Fish said that, like, oh, the mac and cheese at Chick-fil-A is really good. And I got it, and I'm like, yeah, it's really good. It's the best fast food mac and cheese I've ever had. Oh, wait, it's the only fast food mac and cheese I've ever had. So it's kind of good by default. Another thing with Chick-fil-A, too, is, like, I remember when our Chick-fil-A first came here, we tried it a couple times, and I tried their grilled chicken sandwich. And when you look at the pictures, man, that grilled chicken sandwich looks really good in the pictures. And I think I liked it the first time, but then the second time I had it, it was very underwhelming. So, I don't know. Like, obviously their spicy chicken is pretty good. And I think one time I had their grilled chicken nuggets, and I liked those, but maybe those are underwhelming too if I had them again, so I don't know. Alright, so we have exploded 585 cars. And I think we've wrecked, what, 2 tanks so far? I'm trying to think what other fast food places would even have a grilled chicken sandwich. I was trying to get Ratmus to go to Jimmy John's tomorrow so I could get their Cuban again and this time heat it up, but I think he wants to go to Portillo's instead. I think think I'm gonna try to get Mom and Dad to spring for Chinese food on Friday because I have not had Chinese food in a while, and that's obviously too long.
Or was this?
Whoa, is this the part that I think it is?
I'm not 100% sure. Oh shit! All right, let's go on in. Fashion show. Oh shit! Fashion show.
Because yeah, I haven't even been to Jimmy John's in a little while either.
Fashion show.
Last time I was there, I'm pretty sure I had my usual Italian.
Wouldn't want us to see it. Or was this?
Yeah, I mean, how can you not like a Cuban sandwich, right? Well, if it's cold, then I guess you can't like it. Or you could not like it.
Fashion show. Oh shit. Fashion show.
I'm dropping frames.
Where the hell are we now? Wrong direction.
Dropping more frames. What the hell?
Wouldn't want us to see it. Or is this the part that I think it is? I'm not 100% sure. Oh shit. Where the hell are we now? Wrong direction. Alright, let's go on in.
420 frames just blazed it.
Fashion show.
What the hell? Everything was fine this afternoon. And I did a speed test before the stream and everything was great.
Fashion show. Fashion show. Fashion show. Fashion show. Alright, let's go on in.
The car went flying. I saw a guy's grocery games with couples, and one of the games was like, guy asked them some like love connection type trivia questions so that they could get rid of bad ingredients. And one of the questions was, what restaurant, did you guys have your first restaurant date at? The correct answer for me and Song is the Melting Pot, of course. Artie Sequeira and her husband apparently went to IHOP. One of the questions was, who makes more of a mess in the kitchen? That would be a harder one because I think Song and I are both pretty clean in the kitchen. Not that I cook very much. Okay, here's something that I did recently. I went to McDonald's and I got a quarter pounder with cheese, and then when I got home, I scraped all of the like ketchup and onions and shit off of it, and then I put that barbecue sauce that Ratmus got from Tennessee on there, and Quack's relish, and I mean, it was decent, but it actually, it didn't really make it that great even doing that. It wasn't a spectacular transformation as I may have hoped. Yeah. It's like, how much can you do? Whereas you do that to a Portillo's cheeseburger, and it's actually really good. And that is my bulletproof car, so that better be fixed and okay. No, my bulletproof car is gone, so I'm gonna have to reload the save and not blow that thing up. That's fucking stupid. As of right now, I've dropped 496 frames and it seems to have stopped. Hopefully that's it. But who the fuck knows? Alright, what are we at here? $707. Popping wheelies in a tank.
We're supposed to see. Who wouldn't want us to see it?
Is this the part that I think it is? I'm not 100% sure.
Fashion show.
Whoever made this trophy, this is excessive and stupid.
Alright, let's go on.
Fashion show.
Even 1,000 would have been
Fashion show.
kind of stupid.
Fashion show.
But I'm not cheating, so apparently I'm not trying.
Alright, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DK, and I have written a few lines about one of the greatest and best people in existence. Please prepare yourselves, hold on to your butts, and welcome to your doom. Hey, ho, what do you know? Doom is the guy with the games to show. He's got party on the left and party on the right. Where else? Doom's playing games till the end of the night. He loves platformers and RPGs and action adventure in his casual ass streams. Don't ever try to match him, he's the best in the biz. But you might get respect if you can beat his music quiz. Oh shit! He runs so fast. Super Metroid is his dream to cast. He's a casual speed racer, but he whips some asses. In Metal Gear Solid, he's the first to the glasses. But mention other him if you want to live. That game is such trash, zero fucks to give. But he's a good professor and he's real damn smart. But Chuckle and Lion are the way to Doom's heart. He's the man with the golden voice. No one compares. Just look at his picture with that Nick Cage glare. If he sets his sights on your high sports, be prepared to be scared stiff for an hour or more. When you're done, tell me now you'll be the first to know. Every single damn night is a fashion show. Yeah! What I'm talking about! Kodoom! You can't handle it! You can't handle the dude! No, I can't! And don't talk shit about Wally! I learned it the hard way.
Don't talk shit about Total.
DK, signing out. Sayonara. See you later. Bye-bye. For real, bye. Go to sleep. It's over. It's over for real now. Listen.
No! Fuck! I can't. I don't know what's gonna take longer. It's now been an hour since I started doing this, and I'm 100 less than what I thought I would be, and now it's going to take a long time for me to, you know, I need to build up those weapons again, get another tank again. This is going to take like 3 hours. We're not even Bon Jovi. Maybe just not even bother picking up weapons. And if I get busted, it won't matter. So, what were we talking about? Nothing. Getting a haircut tomorrow. It's great when you have to make that choice. Dental scythe. Your tooth is eventually going to die. I wasn't aware that teeth were alive. I don't think I've ever seen a yellow line runner. Who drives a yellow truck like this? No one now. Because they did. But yeah, I was pretty shocked today. Today I've pretty much had no pain. I mean, well, there have been times where I kind of felt a little twinge of pain, like ouch, but then it was gone. But like for like 99.9% of today, I've had no pain in my teeth or gums, no pain in my back, no pain in my side, no pain in my toes. It's like completely unheard of. I haven't had this little pain in like a year. Where's Ramimi? Do you cook anything occasionally, or is it just your mom that cooks? Like, what have you cooked recently? Last thing I cooked was the shrimp fettuccine alfredo. The shrimp were just frozen shrimp that I put in the oven. Fettuccine alfredo. And with that, Cars Exploded 1000. I'm now Bon Jovi. What if you went out to the kitchen and the chef, asked you back to the kitchen to, help him cook the meal? If you go to the melting pot, does that count as, cooking the food? Oh shit, I was just thinking about going and saving. Oh, that's not good.
You're cute.
Well, as boring and stupid as this is, it's got to keep going to 2000 because, if I don't do this tonight, then I'd have to set up probably another night of, playing DK music.
and I just wanted to say, you're cute.
Just not gonna care about getting busted or wasted. I haven't seen Luna in a while. Well, I would hope he still exists. Huh? No, I did not see that. 10:30 Pacific, 11:30 Central on Friday. Huh. Song and I were gonna watch that on Saturday, but I guess maybe, if I tell her about that, we'll see. It was a total coincidence. That means I gotta watch Mortal Kombat Annihilation by then. I guess Luna does exist. Wow. Who knew? I'm glad he exists. Unlike, certain people like Chirpazard that I called out, several times for not existing, except on LinkedIn, of course. Okay, so let me see here. Let's make a new playlist. And music. DK's albums to sort. All right, I don't know which. I don't remember which of these albums is most recent. I think these are his most recent albums. Ramimi was talking about his album Volo Sanguis, so let's listen to that. Songs, shuffle off. Alright, so this is DK's album Volo Sanguis, one of his 3 most recent. Looks like it's from looks like it's from June 2020. Sometime next month is when you're supposedly hosting the next rando, is that correct? And that's one of the things that you have to work on that you haven't been doing like you're supposed to, right? Oh. So in other words, you know what? I'll tell you something. Let me turn this down for a second. One of the things that I'm pretty sure I've mentioned at the start of this calendar year, I started going back through my streams on YouTube and recataloging them and downloading them and organizing them and taking them off YouTube. And I've been working on that very slowly. And I've made it up to early 2015. And then I found out that there's something wrong with my, because I have recordings on my computer, on my hard drive, of all of my streams, and there's something wrong with the streams from March to July of 2015. I have the files, but in the format they're in, they don't work. I have to convert them, and then they work. Just from a specific date to a specific date in 2015 for a period of 5 months or so, they don't work for some reason, and it sucks because when I have a stream that's 6 hours, and then I have to convert it, it takes 30 minutes to convert that file back into a format that is actually can work. So that has slowed down the process even more of me recataloging these things and stuff. I don't think so, Doom. I hope not, because frankly, I did not like the April Fool's festive very much. I think I didn't like the Christmas festive even less, but I didn't care for the April Fool's one. I have no interest in doing that again or any DLC. And the thing is, I have the ability to download my streams off of YouTube, but back then, a lot of the streams, if they were longer than 2 hours, they got split by YouTube into 2-hour blocks, So I would really prefer them to be in one file if possible. So like if I find a stream and it's less than 2 hours, I'll just download that off YouTube and it's faster than converting it. But if something's like really long of a stream, then I basically have like decided to like take the time and trouble of converting all those stuff. So that's annoying. And sometime in the future, I may go back and like some of my early streams that like got split like that, I could possibly regurgitate them back into one file. Actually, now that I think about that, maybe I could just download them split and recopy them into one file. That's a possibility. But like some of those old Rockman and Rapmus streams, like that were like 2 hours and 32 minutes, like might actually be better on YouTube in one, you know, one whole block file. I would prefer them that way. But, you know, a lot of my older streams, you know, I just don't think that the quality was very good, and I don't think anyone really cares. But, you know, some of the really, like, important ones where, like, you know, really funny stuff happened or it was a really rare game or something, I'm obviously trying to keep those on YouTube. Like, anything that has, like, a high view count, like our 3DO games for some reason. But, I mean, once I get into, like, more recent stuff, like 2016, 2017, I'm probably going to just keep most of those on there unless something really stupid happened. And, you know, I'm going to tend to save more recent stuff, I would think, but I'm only in 2015 so far. Vodcasts have pretty much lost their interest, I think. When I start Vice City, pretty much the first things I'm going to have to be doing again are ambulance missions, again, in Vice City. And in Vice City, the fire truck missions and the fire truck missions are, you know, you have to do them in a row now, so that's going to be similar to the paramedic missions. Also, there's a mission in Vice City called Pizza Boy where you drive around on a scooter and deliver pizzas, which is kind of similar, but it has only 10 levels. I think the Vigilante won't be much of a problem because in that game you can actually steal a tank or a military helicopter fairly quickly, and you can do Vigilante missions in the military helicopter. So Vigilante shouldn't be much of a problem, but Paramedic, Firefighter, and Pizza Boy are going to be, you know, pretty difficult. There's a lot of, like, checkpoint side missions type things in Vice City, like races and, well, sometimes stuff where you're racing against other cars, and then there's some stuff where it's, like, just you versus the checkpoints. type of thing. Something that only Vice City has that I don't think any other Grand Theft Auto game has is you have the ability, and you need to for 100%, you need to rob stores. There's 15 specific stores where you can walk into a store and there's just like a clerk there. And so what you have to do is just take a gun and target the clerk and just hold the gun on that clerk for like a few seconds, and then the alarm will go off and like you'll get 2 stars and you'll get like money from stealing from him, and then you have to run away. So like I said, that's pretty unusual. Like, no other Grand Theft Auto game decided to do that, and it's one of those things that's required for 100%, and, you know, it was in my master save file, and I haven't done it since, you know, whenever the hell that was. Not that it's that difficult, obviously. I may have mentioned that there's a trophy for doing a wheelie for 30 seconds, which I figured out how to do with using a glitch. There's something in Vice City that's it's a beach ball that's like located in random locations, and you can like get it to bounce on Tommy's head and get it to bounce over and over again for a high score. It's called the Keepy Uppy Ball, and it's like not required for 100% or anything, but it keeps track of it in your stats. And like, you know, because it's not required for 100%, it's not something that I ever really cared to mess around with, but it's a freaking trophy. But you only have to get a score of 5 for the trophy, and that's pretty simple. There's something similar, I guess, in San Andreas, where in San Andreas you can find basketball courts with a basketball, and you can actually like shoot hoops or something, but it's not required for 100%. So like I've never did it on stream or anything. What else? What else? I know there's some other weird random trophy in Vice City, but the other thing was, it was about 3 or 4 weeks before I started streaming this game that I actually bought the GTA trilogy on PS4. So like, I had known that I was going to do this for like 3 or 4 weeks. And like, as soon as I bought these games, like that first day, I made checklists for both GTA 3 and Vice City, including all the trophies, like 3 weeks before I ever even started streaming this. They were all ready to go. And I didn't tell anyone, not even Song or Ratmus, until like the day or 2 before. Kept it to myself. I need some water. I mean, I guess this is kind of like in San Andreas, where I had to like run around Area 69 and blowing up FBI cars. And I think it took me less time to farm that than it's taken this. I think it only took me like a little over an hour, and this is going to take frickin' 3 hours. So yeah, this is obnoxious. Shut up, some punk. So assuming I manage to do this trophy, my goal for the next stream, which may be late night tomorrow, would be to do that horrible last rampage and gripped, which I have not even yet attempted in this game. Hopefully I'll get lucky and those won't take too long. Luna say anything else? No, I guess not. When I blew up that first car, those other two cars like turned towards me to kamikaze. That was strange. Got stretch limos showing up all of a sudden. Itches all over my face. Jesus. Too bad that guy's Mario's not here again, so he'd be talking some Spanish. Can't hablar that Espanol. I think I told you a little bit about the old Spanish videos I made in my Spanish class. How one of them, the guy was like, he listed off, he said that the girl had gone to get some ingredients, and he said like piñas y coladas. That was one thing, and then like there was this another thing where it was like a day in the life of this guy, and so like he wakes up, and then the first thing he does is like go to the bathroom, and he says like, I need to piss, don't look at me. And so then like I'm filming him, and I'm like holding the camera, so like he shuts the bathroom door in my face, and then like he took a pitcher full of water and like slowly emptied it into the toilet to make the noise as though he was peeing, and he goes, ah, see. And then there was this other one where for some reason somebody was kidnapped, and then like when we went to rescue him, I think we actually put duct tape on his mouth, and then like so like somebody took the duct tape off his mouth, and the first thing he says is, Kleenex, por favor? And then we had somebody from off screen throw a box of Kleenex at him, which he caught, and then blew his nose like loudly and like ridiculously. I have no idea why. I guess we just thought it was funny or something. And then there was another famous Spanish video incident, which we may have mentioned. Ratmus's friend Drew, Rip, he was in Spanish class, and he had to make a video, so he had Ratmus come over to his house with our camcorder, and he had Ratmus film his Spanish video. And it was supposed to be about like his family and his family's hobbies. And like one of his dad's hobbies was driving a Harley Davidson motorcycle. So his dad he gets on the Harley and he like walks it out of the garage. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna start up this Harley. So he tries to start. It's like vroom, vroom, like vroom, but like it won't start. So then like after like 3 tries or something, it just doesn't start. And then I think it was Ratmus who was filming, or maybe it was his friend Drew from off screen, I can't remember who, just said, cold-blooded. Like, wasn't even supposed to be, you know, anything in the Spanish video. It was just a reaction to what was happening. And then, of course, that was the time when they were done filming the Spanish video, they started getting in the car, and then some weirdos from their school, like, showed up in the middle of the street, and Drew was like, hey, guys, what's going on? They were like, shit, 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 shit. I can't stop in the middle of the road, and then they, you know, stepped on the gas and, like, peeled out in front of his driveway, and he's like, what the hell? I totally need to import this stuff off of VHS. With that other stuff that I said I was going to import. What the hell did I say I was going to import? Oh yeah, I have a funny clip from Crazy Taxi 2 that I would like to import. That's one thing. I mean, you can imagine I would say whenever Rockman and Ratmus were involved in a video, you know, things get interesting, but actually, like, so the first Spanish video that I did, it was only me and this other kid. His name was Denny. And really the whole thing was his idea. Like, it was his idea to have it was a day in the life of this guy named Senor Bad Luck. And, like, so he came up with the whole thing about, like, the pissing and, like, just all, like, the guy's name was Senor Bad Luck, so, like, all this stupid shit would happen to him through the course of a day, and, like, that was all his idea. I didn't really have any input in that at all. Like, I just filmed it. And then, like, the second video, it was me and I think 2 or 3 other people. I can't remember who. And again, like, they decided to come up with the storyline, which was El Sequestro, which I think was the name because it was the kidnapping. I don't remember anything about it other than the fact that somebody was kidnapped. I haven't watched it in years. I don't think it was recorded very well, so it'd be very difficult to import. But again, I had no, like, I didn't have anything to do with the plot. Like, somebody else wrote it, so I can't take any responsibility for the weirdness. But then there was a Japanese video that we made for our Japanese class. Did I end up showing that to you, Doom? I can't remember. It was me and Ratmus and his other friend Dennis, and it was they went to a restaurant and I was the waiter. I don't know if I showed that to you or just told you about it. Okay, yeah, I probably didn't show it to you. Maybe I thought about it, but it was just too stupid or something. But that's like the one where I play a waiter, and one of the things I say is, would you like some osake? And, Ratmus's friend says, sake dake no mimasu. Or maybe Ratmus said that. I can't remember who said it. But just various shit like that. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Have you read the manual for this thing? I still want to take credit for coming up with the Loco Moco poutine that, still doesn't exist yet. Hopefully, it will exist one day. How much did you watch The Simpsons, like, back in the 90s? It's a random question. Because, did you ever see the one with Mulder and Scully, where guest starred, who was a crossover with the X-Files? Sort of. Did you ever watch the X-Files? You ever seen a grown man naked? Don't answer that one. You ever see the X-Files though? Well, I may have mentioned this before. How when I was in high school, I joined the sci-fi / Star Trek club, and one of the things that we got to do, like, it was really only my junior and senior year, but once a year we would have Trek Fest, where we would take over the student union, and we would we would have all these different TVs, and they would be playing like different episodes of Star Trek or sci-fi, and I can't remember what else we did, like if we had special food or something, like some people cosplayed and stuff, and well, in any case, so we would have like various TVs, and because I was, into TV shows and media, I think mainly my senior year, I was pretty much in charge of the videos. So like I would pick out what videos to show, and I handle all that. And besides like, your classic Star Trek episodes, one of the things that I would show is like, we showed that episode of The Simpsons because it had Mulder and Scully in it. So like some side stuff that was really fun, obviously. And I also used my video editing skills to edit like a 2 to 3 minute commercial for Trek Fest that aired over the the school video system with like morning announcements type things in the TVs in the classrooms. Which, we didn't really do, like, I think back then, like, every classroom had a TV in my high school, which may or may not have been, like, progressive at the time, I'm not really sure, but, like, we only had, like, video morning announcements, like, very rarely. I think maybe it was, like, once a week, if that. Like, I don't know if, like, there are actually schools that have, like, video announcements like that all the time. But that's something that was only done in high school. Like I never had that in junior high or anything like that, and certainly not college, obviously, because that's not a thing. But and of course the TVs were CRTs. Holy shit! I'm doing a wheelie again. And that was like there was a time when I was in high school where I had this wristwatch that could actually, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on stream before, but I had a wristwatch that could function as a television remote control. So like if I wanted to, I didn't do it probably more than once, maybe twice, but I could like actually configure my watch to control that TV and like turn it on and mess with it. But I don't think I ever did it, except maybe once because I was afraid of obviously getting in trouble for such a thing. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before either, but there was a time, when we were kids, like in the late 80s, early 90s, where we had this tradition where on New Year's Eve we would go to a hotel and stay overnight at a hotel, and it would be not just our family, but several of our other friends' families. So like, it would be the adults would like play games and drink wine coolers, and like the kids would just totally go wild and nuts and run around the hotel and swim in the pool and do our own thing, play our own games or whatever. And there was this one year where the hotel, like, how nowadays I think pretty much a lot of hotels like have the, well, I don't know, do they still have this, like the remote control, like the remote control for the TVs, like in some hotels is like bolted down or something. Actually, I guess that's not really like a universal thing, but some hotels do that. But like back then, the remote controls were not bolted down, and so like every TV in the whole hotel used the same TV, so the same remote. And like next to the front door of every room, there was a glass partition where you could see into the room. So we just went up and down the hall with our remote control, like literally changing the channels on people's televisions who were watching TV and just running up and down the halls doing that and hopefully running away before we got in trouble. And I was never really good at fiction writing or really any kind of writing like Ratmus is. But when me and my friends used to go to that hotel when we were kids, it was I'm talking about our friend Daniel, who we used to go to Indiana Beach with. He came up with this. He just came up with this story about like what if in the hotel elevator there was a secret passage, and I don't know how much he made up about where the secret passage led to or not. But like in junior high, like one of our assignments for like grammar class or English class or whatever was like you had to write, an original fictional story, and so mine was called The Hotel Mystery, and I still have it like somewhere upstairs to this day because it was typed down and bound into like a book of like I just made up this whole story about this hotel mystery that like some kids like discovered that like some employees were like having some evil drug operation like hidden in the secret passage in the elevator, and like it was basically like a Scooby-Doo kind of a thing where like some meddling kids stumbled onto some criminals, and it was all based on that thing that my friend just made up about a secret passage in the elevator. And I need more water. Continuing on with random stories that I just need to come up with something to talk about. The same friends who moved to Florida in 1990. What was it? 1992 was the first time we went down there and visited them and went to Universal Studios. And at Universal Studios, they had this area based on an American Tale, and it was called Fievel's Playland or Fievel's something Playland, and I think it was mainly for like kids. I can't remember what they had there, but I know they had like a water slide that like it was one of those water slides where you like don't need to be in a bathing suit, like you ride in a raft, but you could get a little bit wet, but not really. So like when we saw that, I think we thought that we were a little too old for that, and that was a kiddie place. So we started calling it Fievel's Crappy Playland. But then we actually went there, and like we had the fucking time of our lives, and we were like, Fievel's Crappy Playland is awesome. And it was one of those Florida things where it was like 2 in the afternoon, and it just starts raining every day at 2 in the afternoon in Florida. So I have these like memories of riding that water slide type thing where you don't really get wet because you're in a raft. And like it's pouring fucking rain though, and we're just like no one was there because it was. It seemed like because it was raining, there were less people trying to do what we were trying to do. So we had a great time at Fievel's Crappy Playland in the afternoon there. And like, what else do I remember from Universal Studios? Well, I think we talked before about the Jaws ride and that. That tornado twister drink thing. We talked about that. I'm sure I mentioned how I went on Back to the Future the ride, and I like right outside of Back to the Future the ride, they used to have like a Back to the Future themed gift shop, and I got this DeLorean there that like you put batteries in it and it kind of drives around, but not really. It's kind of weird. I also got a really nice T-shirt from the Back to the Future ride, which I still have to this day in a drawer somewhere. I remember going on the actual Twister ride, even though I had never seen Twister the movie. I remember going on the E.T. the ride. I don't know, Doom, do you remember E.T. the ride? Because, like, at the beginning, when you're in line, they ask you what your name is, because then at the end, like, E.T. says goodbye to everyone using their name, like, in the car. And so, like, when I told, I go up to the guy, and he asked me my name, and I told him my name, and, like, he typed it in, and my name wasn't in there, and the first thing that comes up was Bubba. So I think he had to type it in manually because E.T. did not call me Bubba, thankfully. I also remember, I think it was getting late in the night by this point, and like we rode the King Kong ride like 2 or 3 times in a row because we would get off and there was no one in line, so we just went again because it was like getting towards closing time. Speaking of which, since I've never even seen a King Kong movie. Alright, well, that's the end of that album, so let's get another album here. This is Stocktober Dismember December, an album from looks like December 2019. We also went to the Hard Rock Cafe at Universal. That was really fun. I remember my friend like went up to the bar and instead of ordering okay, now I can't remember if it was a cherry 7-Up or a cherry Coke. But instead of ordering a cherry 7-Up or a cherry Coke, he like specifically asked the bartender for whatever it was, a 7-Up with grenadine. That's because you went there in Japan. You're like, that's the only time I've ever been to the Hard Rock Cafe was at Universal. So to me, it's a Universal Studios thing, totally. Let's see. What is that? All I remember from Universal Studios? I think that's all I remember from Universal Studios. I have a picture of me, Ratmus, and our friend in front of like the Back to the Future train. You might have seen that, I don't remember. Hey Lex, how's it going? Yeah, I'm trying to farm 2,000 cars exploded for a trophy, and right now we're at 1465, so yeah. The weird thing is, like, sometime in the 2000s, Ratmus and his friend, like, went to Universal Studios in California, and they came across the Back to the Future DeLorean, and the door was just open, and, like, no one was there, so, like, they went inside and sat in the driver's seat and took pictures of each other, and then, like, they came by later, and somebody had put, like, a velvet rope around it, like, nobody was supposed to go in there, like, maybe because of what they were doing, and they were like, what the hell? Holy shit, I just took a drink of water and a whole bunch of water spilled out all over my chair and PS4 controller. I did not remember this at all, but when I was going through my old streams, there was a time when I was streaming Lost Levels, and I guess I was raging at Lost Levels and dying or whatever, and I knocked over a bottle of water and spilled it all over my desk and almost got on my like computer keyboard or something. That was fucking annoying. Yeah, except not really, because it literally just spurted out like right in front of me, dead center. All right. When my friends, moved down to Florida and we visited them in their house, of course, because it's Florida, they had a swimming pool in their backyard. I think they might have also had a pool table. Doom, do you remember this 90s movie? What was it called with a singing rooster called Rock-a-Doodle, I think it was called? Is that the name of it? You used to have a pool, you almost drowned in it. Holy shit, do you want to tell that story? But for some reason, my friend, that I mentioned who moved to that house in Florida, I remember when I stayed with him, he had a freaking Rock-a-Doodle poster in his room, and he was like, well, I mean, oh shit. I just thought that he was like too old for that. He would have been like 15 at the time or something. Well, how old were you? Can I survive this is the next question. I don't remember taking swimming lessons. I think I must have taken some sort of swimming lessons, like at the YMCA, but I was like so young I don't remember. I also remember that when we were in Boy Scouts, I think the swimming merit badge was one of the ones that was kind of required. So I remember this one time where like the whole troop was taken to a swimming pool and like instructed on how to swim and get the swimming merit badge. But I've never been like, good at swimming. Like, I can't really swim. Like, I can't really do any official strokes or anything. I've just never been good at that sort of thing. And like, luckily, I have not been in a situation where I've been like stranded in deep water and had to like, you know, rely on swimming to like live or something. You know, I'm mostly hanging out in swimming pools or, you know, where I can stand up. 15:22. We're past 3/4. Yeah, we had a swimming pool in high school that we would use sometimes in gym class, maybe like once a year. I can't remember, but it didn't seem like very much. But maybe like once a year, you would do stuff in the swimming pool for like a week or so. And yeah, if we ever had to like officially swim like back and forth or anything, I was probably terrible at it. But yeah, it's kind of weird that one of the characters in this game mentioned Miami, and I just saw a billboard for Miami. It's like, how can Miami and Vice City, you know, exist in the same universe? I guess they're just two different Florida cities. Yes, it is. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, Doom, but it was over a month ago now. But I finally, after like 2.5 years, finished watching all of Airwolf. And God, I'm done with that shit. I watched the first episode of the 4th season like last summer, and it was like so bad I didn't even touch it until like 6 months later. It's kind of funny. I don't know if there's a trope for this, but season 4 of Airwolf, I think, was airing about 1986. I want to say 1986, maybe 1987, and it's just so funny how like almost all of the episodes are focused on like the damn Soviets. The damn Soviets are, you know, they're doing things with nuclear reactors and spying, and we gotta, you know, stop these Soviet, you know, spies and these Soviet things. And it's like, it was like literally like 2 years or something or less before the Berlin Wall fell. And it's like, you know, from the show you would think that the Soviets were going to be our enemies for like 100 years. With how dangerous they were. Oh shit. Now I pulled on the controller and I almost ripped the PlayStation 4 off the shelf. Just a comedy of errors over here. I've never seen Miami Vice, though. I think the only thing I've seen of the show is maybe the theme song, which is really good from what I remember. FBI guys are nuts. Again, I'm trying to think of like things to talk about and just random things popping into my head. Have I ever told you that when I was a kid, my dad took me on a trip to Washington, D.C., and we went to the restaurant Trader Vic's. And so whenever I hear the song Werewolves of London, and he says he saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's, I think about the time I was at Trader Vic's in Washington. I don't think I saw a werewolf there, but if I did, his hair would have been perfect. Here's another strange thing. Have you ever heard of the frozen meals brand Marie Callender? Well, apparently Marie Callender actually has restaurants. Maybe you know that they have restaurants because I think they're in California, because when my dad and I were in California, we actually ate at a Marie Callender's restaurant, and I was like, this is a restaurant? I thought it was just frozen meals. Okay, then see, we did. I don't remember talking about that at all. That was the time when my dad and I took the train to California and cleared out his cousin's house, who had passed away, and then we went to the Nixon Presidential Library. That was that. Wow, so it's the opposite for you. I still eat Marie Callender's frozen meals, fairly often. I think I have one in the freezer right now. Now, have you ever seen a home run in pizza frozen in the frozen section of your grocery store? I don't remember what the hell I had at that Marie Callender's. That was before I used to take pictures of my food. I guess I would say that if I was going to recommend any Chicago pizza besides Giordano's, well, I guess second would probably be Uno's, the real Uno's from downtown only. But then the third might be Home Run Inn Pizza. It's not deep dish, but it's a classic Chicago type pizza. like even if they had it in your frozen food section, it might not be that good because I probably mentioned this before, but I was in Virginia and Song and I got a frozen home run-in pizza from her grocery store, and it just didn't taste right. She was like, "This doesn't taste very good." And I was like, "Yeah, this doesn't taste like it should. Like, even the frozen ones here are better." And when she was here, I actually, got her fresh home run-in pizza from the restaurant, and she was like, "Yeah, this is much better." But I probably mentioned that before. Yes, it's basically the same thing. I've never had lobster, and I've never wanted to. It's just not something I'm interested in. But my mom has this famous story about lobster, but I don't really know the story very well, so I probably can't tell it very well. But I think it was probably back in like the early days of my parents being married, and they went on like a business trip to one of my dad's business trips to Boston, and so like they went to like a real Boston like lobster place, and something happened where like my mom was confused about the size of the lobster, and so again I don't know what the numbers were, so I can't really tell you the numbers, but she like looked at the menu and she's like, "I want this size lobster because this is what I've had before." And Dad was like, "Are you sure? That's like a huge amount of lobster." And my mom was like, "Oh, no. I know what I'm talking about. Like, this is the right size." And then, of course, she ordered it, and she was wrong. It was absolutely not the right size. It was like twice as big as she ever wanted. And she was like, "Holy shit!" It's kind of like that time when I went to that, stupid restaurant at the Indiana Beach and got that sandwich that was way too fucking big. Whoa, Nelly. I said I passed 2/3, right? 1657. Well, we're getting there. Shout out to the DK stories and the stupid rock. The DK. Shout out to the DK music and the stupid Rockman stories is what I was meaning to say. I would love for DK to come in here and tell us some stories, but I don't think that's going to happen. Explosions. Literally hundreds of explosions. Oh yeah, wow, yeah, I guess. Alright, yeah, thanks for hanging out, Doom, and good night. See ya. Oh yeah, back in those days, Toys R Us was awesome. Yeah, I have some memories of Toys R Us. You know, going up and down those aisles where they had those, you know, the little slips of paper that you could buy the video games. And I remember that was the only time I've ever played a TurboGrafx 16. Was they had a TurboGrafx 16 set up at Toys R Us that I tried out Bonk's Adventure. And then I think that's the only time I've ever used a Super Nintendo Super Scope. Was also at Toys R Us. There's a Toys R Us. Well, I'll stop the stream for tonight without doing anything else, but the next things that I'll be doing probably tomorrow night are I have one more rampage to do, the hardest rampage, and then I also have gripped. I got one rampage gripped and then like 7 story missions, and that's it. I gotta get to my base. I'm in danger. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was just gonna say that the Toys R Us that's near my house, that obviously went out of business when all the Toys R Us went out of business, the building is actually still there, and it still says Toys R Us, just the whole thing is vacant. I drove past there the other day. It was kind of sad. I heard that it might actually be... There's a company that actually might be buying it and wants to revive the actual stores, but we'll see what happens. But speaking of that type of stuff, even before we went to Toys R Us, like when we were kids in the 80s, what we used to do is we would have the Sears catalog. If you remember the Sears Christmas catalog, our parents would basically say, like, here's the Sears Christmas catalog, pick out what you want Santa Claus to bring you for Christmas out of here. And like one time I found online where you could go look at old Sears catalogs, and then I looked at like some of our old Christmas videos of like 1980s Christmas where me and my brother would open up our Christmas presents, see what we got, the Nintendo, the Sega Genesis, the games and stuff. And like literally it was like, oh, in the catalog in 1987, here's He-Man and Castle Grayskull and all this stuff, and it's like that's what we got that year. And it's literally in the catalog. It's like, no wonder we got it that year. It's in the Sears catalog. Yeah, I guess you were too young for the Sears catalog then, probably. But, yeah, we got an NES for Christmas in 1988, I believe. It was good times. We got a lot of He-Man stuff, like I said. That was my first console, was the NES. A lot of toy cars like Hot Wheels, He-Man stuff, action figures, like I said, of course video games, that type of thing. Some stuff with marbles. Ah, nice. I grew up in Chicago. My mom actually used to work for Sears back in the 1970s. Whoa, doing wheelies. That's kind of a terrible question because I was just so happened to see, like, I swear I was on some website with like weird facts, and I think it was like 5 years old, which is obviously terrible. I don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know. Not something I obviously want to look into. Anything is possible. Holy shit, was I blowing up the helicopter with this tank? I almost got busted there. Looked like the helicopter was taking damage, but I don't think so. I don't know. A short time after this game, GTA 3 came out, I think a friend of ours got it, and like he was like, "Well, this game's awesome. You guys got to try it." And so, like, I think we basically bought a PlayStation 2 and this game, you know, based on our friend's recommendation. So that's how we first got a PS2. 1766. Which is obviously a great game. A pretty good console. My back feels much better today. Of course, that same friend later recommended Assassin's Creed to us, and I did not like Assassin's Creed. Actually, he also recommended Gears of War 2, and Gears of War 2 is not my type of game. Yeah. the music ended. Did I close that folder? What the hell? Alright, the next album is Medieval Dead. Whoops. You talking about Gears of War, the original Gears of War? Because, like I said, the only one I ever played was Gears of War 2. And I only ever played the multiplayer. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes in the middle of the night, you know, people can show up. People who stay up late or people from other countries, but I don't know. Most of my regular viewers don't like GTA, unfortunately. So, I mean, but there's a lot of people who do like GTA, and but yeah, I don't know. It's just quiet night, I guess. No, I had to get it. I had to get it through blood, sweat, and tears. I stole a tank from the army back at my base on the third island, and when I successfully stole it, then I drove it over to the emergency vehicle crane. So now that I've completed the emergency vehicle crane with that tank, I can pick up a tank from there anytime I want for free. But yeah, I originally had to just steal it through blood, sweat, and tears. Took like a half an hour or something. Last night, I think it was. Was it last night? Yeah, it must have been last night. Because yeah, I'm trying to do this without cheat codes. The trophy for blowing up 2,000 cars, the actual trophy is called "If You Ain't Cheating, You Ain't Trying," because I think you're supposed to use the cheat to blow up a bunch of vehicles, but I'm doing it legit, I guess. Back in the day when we used to play this, when it first came out, we would use cheat codes all the time. We didn't care. Yeah, I basically ran around my base on the third island, blowing up cars and helicopters and cops and stuff. And then when I got a 6-star wanted level and a tank showed up, then what I did is I quickly went and got all of the police bribes. And then before the tank drove away, I kind of like started shooting at it so the guys would come out. And then I would try to kill them with a flamethrower. And I kind of got lucky when I finally got it, because like I turned around a corner or something and the guys who came out of the tank actually disappeared, so I was able to like quickly get in there and take it from them after they basically abandoned it. But yeah, it's pretty difficult to do that. Obviously it's quite possible if you have all of the weapons, like your health and armor and all the police bribes at your base, from doing all the hidden packages and vigilante missions. What's my number at now? 1864. Getting close. But yeah, I'm looking forward to completing this game probably on Friday, and then I guess next week starting up Vice City. Yeah, well, I followed a YouTube video that I found, the Ultimate Hidden Package Guide to GTA 3. Totally missed that car. Using YouTube's is cheating? Oh, not to me. Use the strategy guide, use the YouTubes, use the game facts. I've used it all. I can't imagine finding hidden packages in these games without some kind of guide. That'd be crazy. I mean, I'm sure some people. Oh, there goes another tank. I'm sure there are some people who have done it and got all hidden packages, you know, just by finding them with their own, you know, on their own. But that's, you know, take a hell of a long time. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I do the same thing in like Super Mario Odyssey. I don't know if you've ever played Super Mario Odyssey, but I recently beat Super Mario Odyssey and got all of the moons by myself for the first time. And like, I didn't use any cheating or anything, but I looked up, if I couldn't find something, I looked it up on YouTube. So I did it all myself, but I didn't find them all myself. Okay, so now I blew up my tank, so I gotta go back and get another one. We're at 1909 cars exploded. Less than 100 now. There are a lot of games, mainly Zelda games, where we have pretty much all the strategy guides for the Zelda games. I don't have a strategy guide for GTA 3 or Vice City, like a physical strategy guide book. But I have one for like San Andreas and GTA 4 and Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. Like there was a period of time where like, you know, before it was typical to go on GameFAQs or YouTube, you know, to have a physical strategy guide for the game. You know, nowadays they could kind of be like collector's items like Nintendo Power or whatever. Like my brother's been streaming the game Earthbound. We have a strategy guide for that because I think it came with the game. It's a dark and stormy night. Make that 90 to go. Was it you, Lex, a couple days ago who was telling me about the rampage with the Colombian headshots? Because somebody was telling me about that, and they were asking me if I had done that. And yeah, like, that's the only rampage that I haven't done now. It's proved to be the hardest one.
Get an axe. Let's go.
Whoa, I did it. And I'm coming up on 3 hours. I've been grinding for this for just under 3 hours tonight. Cars Exploded 2003. I don't need to save this tank. I don't need it anymore. And if I did need a tank, I can always get one from Portland. This is my bulletproof barracks OL. Keeping that in there. So my total for right now is 2015. So yeah, the next thing I need to do is that last rampage and grip. So that's on the 3rd island, so I'm going to go over there and save. Roundabout way. Landstalker sucks. Here's my bulletproof Patriot. Vice City has a lot of rampages and a lot of unique jumps, and I don't know how that's going to go either, but I'm going to have to do them. Alright, well, we didn't quite get through that album, about halfway. Once again, that was music made by my friend DK. The reason is it's not going to get copyright strikes. Nope, probably not rocket proof. Alright, so let me look at my checklist here. Got the trophy for blowing up 2,000 cars. The only trophies that are left are complete all rampages, I got one more. Complete all off-road missions, I got one more. Complete the final mission, achieve 100%, unlock all trophies. Like I said, I got Rampage 19 gripped, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 story. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 story missions that aren't cutscenes. So yeah, my plan for now is to stream again late night tomorrow and hopefully do that last Rampage and Gripped and maybe some of the story missions. I don't know. I don't want to finish the game in the middle of the night. We'll see what happens. Alright, that is saved. That is saved. Thanks everyone for watching, which was pretty much Doom and Lex. It's late. There's nobody to raid. I'm a boss. My criminal level is 9,090. I double saved. Let's close that. And update the trophies. And say that is the end of the stream. Bye everyone. Thanks for watching. Good night.